All right, we're here with our client Sridhar. Sridhar joined back in May, so a little bit when we were recovering from the tariffs crash, and Sridhar has been doing quite amazing. And I wanted to bring you on and kind of have you share your experience. Just this last month in August, you did a 19% return on your portfolio. That was one of the largest returns in the group, which is fantastic. Sridhar, tell us a little bit about yourself, background. Like, have you had options trading before joining?
Hey, hi everyone. Hi Ryan. Good to see you. Thanks for letting me to share my experience. Um, Back in 2024, prior to that, I've been always in the stock market and I know options, but on the buying side, like you buy an option, you sell it. Always I believed in you buy a stock, hold it long term, so that's going to take you somewhere. That was my option till like 2020 when I started entering into stock market around like 2021 after the COVID. Started slowly participating a little bit here and there, making some money here and there, losing on something, some stocks which we shouldn't be playing. In 2024, that's where I started researching about like how do you double your money or how do you enhance your return. That's where I started, and I was, as usual, like following multiple people on YouTube, trying to understand the credibility, what are the strategies, how they are making, is it true, not, more researching. And something around like July, August is where like I got to know about this particular strategy of options where you could make money by lending your stocks, doing cash equity, something like that. So I started that's how I started in June, July, and started with small paper trade, trying to understand and going through multiple YouTube sessions, following different people. And then like around October or November, I figured out this one and was trying to learn more about this. Okay, what is this wheel strategy? And around like December, I was able to get you somewhere. I was able to find you on YouTube with your YouTube showing your entire portfolio, very transparent. So that inspired actually. And then I started mimicking your portfolio with the paper trade account and see, is this real? Like if I open a trade along with this person, Ryan, will the returns be same? And I
I
was
like it.
so I was like testing you with my
Yeah,
Bitcoin account and cross-checking, make sure that is that true. And around like end of December, exactly same. Then I said, okay, so he's the person. Let me start following it up. That's how it started.
that's amazing. I think you're the first person that usually people will try it out with real money, but that's actually a good strategy. Like test it in the paper trading to make sure verify it works, and then that's amazing. I'm glad that you did that because it's true. I do show. I mean, if you look on YouTube, you see my whole portfolio, exact strike
Exactly.
prices, positions. So really, you could just
Everything is
model me from
transparent.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So cool. So that you started kind of, tinkering with, selling cash secured puts somewhere around October, November area. You showed me off camera your portfolio and all your amazing returns. There was a couple months that you said, were maybe red. What changed from those months to these months now? Like now that you've joined, I mean, you've been profitable ever since. So what changed?
Yeah, around December, once I start following you, I open my account. That's the first time I opened the account with Schwab and then started practicing those in a real time with small money, like 50K, 60K. And slowly I started trying it out and I was making money. So that was the first time seeing good return in 3 weeks time, 2 weeks time. And then I was meanwhile, I've gone through options extensively, all the Greeks, all the different strategies. I'm a software architect, so anything that we go, we try to go in deeper, try to understand a lot. So I was going through, okay, what is cash equity, straddle, strangle, butterfly. So I tried everything in the paper account and then started like practicing some of them in January and February. I was making like 1%, 2%, got more excited. And then March and April, that's where like when tariff all the started, um, I couldn't handle those. I was making a
Mm,
lot of mistakes, typical mistakes like not picking right stocks, getting into leverage play,
Mm.
over allocation. So all those things had put me into trouble, especially in March.
Yeah.
But that's where, till then, I was following you on YouTube. I was not an OT member. And then March, end of March, I understood, okay, though I know the strategy, it doesn't mean I need to apply everything at the same time. So there are ways when to apply, what to apply, those things. And then I pinged the one of our member, started slowly talking to her to get into that. And April, I started learning more what you're trying to do because that's when the crash started mid of April around or second week of April around. I started following it exactly how you're doing, mimicking that. I was able to do much better. I was able to recover some of the losses. So, but
Yep.
March and April, I was doing a lot of rolling. I was thinking as part of this strategy, we have to roll a lot. So March and April, it was a negative return for me. And
Mm.
then, like May, I started joining, went through all your principles, went through all your recordings. Okay. So you have strict guidelines, rules. Okay. Pick good stock. That's the fundamental of everything, not to chase premium. So I think that's the first and the most important point in starting this option. That's where I
Yeah.
think many of us make mistakes. And as usual, I picked right stocks, but the problem is I went to like some of the stocks like Enphase,
Mm.
Novo Nordisk, which are not optimal for this particular strategy. So
Right.
they were like going down flat, they were not yielding premiums. I was trying to chase like more contracts and I was not able to properly allocate based on the VIX level. So once I joined OTU, that's where I understood, okay, there is something called VIX, which I was never aware. In fact, none of the YouTubers talk about this VIX-based cash allocation. So that's
Yeah.
very, very important. So I understood um, in end of April and May, though you have been talking about in the YouTube video, I haven't not given that much preference. But after implementing some of those, you could see my return like 4, 5, 8, 19. And for this
Yep.
month, in 3 days, I already have around 2%.
That's crazy. I have to say, I have to commend you because your trajectory from, just starting like really with the selling options in October till now, like what you've done managed to do in that amount of time, it took me 10 years. So congrats on, like learning that fast and really going all in. I have to give you kudos to that because that shows your dedication and it's shown with your results. So,
Yeah.
definitely pat
I spent
yourself
a
on the back
lot
for
of
that.
time.
You're doing amazing.
Honestly, I spent a lot of time daily reading 3 to 4 hours, going
Yeah.
through certain things you don't explicitly say. Actually, for example, during the earnings, like, what is the expected move? Uh,
Hmm.
and then one more thing I understood after coming to you, OTU is what is your exit strategy? You need to plan your exit strategy before entering an option.
Hmm.
So always you don't mention explicitly, but if you look at your wordings, I'm going with this try. If it comes down, I'm taking an assignment. Or you would say that, no, I don't want to take assignment. I'm just looking for premium. So you mentioned that. I don't know how many people took that. That's your exit strategy. So they
Hmm.
they cannot blindly follow you. So based on their scenario. So that is something. So if you look at my board, I have everything written. Okay. Before opening a CSP, I look at it. Okay. Do I need to take this assignment? Am I over allocated for this particular stock or just premium? So accordingly, adjust my delta. So those things are like eye-opening, especially the VIX-based allocation and exit strategy preparing even before entering was two things which I learned actually. And after that, I could do much better.
Yeah. And those two are huge. Those two are very huge. So now that you are generating these great returns, you're seeing great consistency with this. Like, what is the goal with this? Are you like um, looking to retire early, or are you looking to just, fund uh, the hobbies that you like to do? What is trading to you now? Now that you see like, oh, this is real. This is like
Yeah,
a real
this is
income
real.
source.
Yeah, I started with like 50K and then I scaled up now. I want to get into millionaires group slowly. That's a
Yeah.
first short-term goal or at least the long-term goal. And then eventually, I'm still young, I could trade for some more time, a little more aggressively and pumping money. But maybe after a few years from now, I want to get into financial freedom, like, not to work and focus 100%. But at this point, I'm trying to manage and scale this portfolio
Yep.
so that over a period of time, now I'm taking little aggressive, um, working on aggressive returns, so choosing based on the stocks like that. But eventually, over some period, I have to cool down, get into, or market may not support. So I'll have to pick slightly a lower risk stock and lower return, much more safer bets I want to do. So for that, I need to scale it now. So that's the short-term goal and the long-term goal.
Nice.
We're learning, trying to learn a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Those are amazing goals. How is the Discord group? How has that been
I
helpful
love
for
this.
your
I
trading?
love this. Yeah, I love the Discord group because it is well diversified. There are people from different countries because when I talk to them, they said, "Oh no, we are not in this time zone." So they are on a different time zone, and we have people all the way like 50 plus to 30 plus, different age group. Some of them just stick on to basics. And one thing I liked it, which I am taking it very seriously, is they share not just their wins, but all the mistakes they do. So that is
Hmm.
one way of preventing me. For example, I was very excited when Circle IPO came in, Figma, all this IPOs, but some of them pitched in early and they got burned and they shared, hey, I lost, do
Yep.
not do this. And they were able to very openly share.
Yep.
Genuinely, they were able to post their trade. Even last month, I was seeing a couple of the post profit. They said like, I made a mistake. My return almost to zero because of this one stock. So that was something, I'm very happy that they were able to honestly share. And it's very
Yep.
active now. I think there's a lot of clients recently joining questions here and there. So it's very active group. I love
Yep.
it.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's it. That is a good point. Like that's why I do have those two lists, the approved stocks list and the not approved stocks list. And I don't, and what I tell clients is I wouldn't trade those stocks if you want to. And then, of course, the learning lessons come from that. And it's important to see, and it's important for new members too, to say, hey, maybe I'll stay away from the high risk, not approved stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out because that's exactly why we have it there, to keep everyone safe. But if you choose to trade it, the risk comes with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So you
Awesome.
mostly you tell us what to do, and there are
Yep.
other ways where we can find what not to do. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to find both. It's not about you making
Yeah.
mistakes, learning from others' mistakes. At least we can prevent some of those, not
Yeah.
all. Even I take all your approved stock, and I have come up with my subset of stocks in that list.
Yeah.
I try different strategies. One, I'm doing cash I could put and selling calls, but I do it like a strangle. So that is
Mm,
giving me more returns actually. So I'm heavily concentrated on 4 to 5 stocks. So I have for every position I have a strangle. So no
mm.
matter what the market moves, I make some premiums on both sides.
On both
So this is
sides. Yep.
something I learned and I took your rules and guidelines on top of it. I was able to apply it a little more safely.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
so that's
awesome. I'm glad you're applying some different strategies too. That's actually something that we're kind of slowly getting into with the group is like applying some of those bearish strategies like bear call spreads, right? And playing both sides. So I love that you're already kind of actively doing that. That's amazing. What would you tell someone that's new to trading options? Maybe they're on the fence. They don't know like, can you really make 3 to 5% per month? Like, is that doable? Like, what would you say to those people?
yeah. Anyone joining new, I think first they'll have to go through the rules. If you just stick on to rules, 2 to 3% is very, very easily achievable. I'm sure. Just follow, I would say, just follow the principles that's posted. And if you're a very newbie, just copy, I would say, some of the trades based on your portfolio sizing. Let's say you're putting 5 trades and they can just do with 1 trade. They could just blindly copy to get started with, and they could easily make 2 to 3%. And there are people slowly they try out different strategies. Once they know how to fish by themselves, I think they will eventually go on. So it's a great community. You get diversified help, not just from Ryan, from even there are like a lot of people pinging me, what is your strategy? How do you do that? And there are other
Hmm.
people like where they can find all the information with the YouTube videos, trainings. So it's a great community, I would say. It's not who are coming is not sticking with you. They are coming up with a lot of freebies and accessories along with that. So they should be able to easily make, I would say, start with 2% and they should be able to scale to 5% easily in a span of 3 months.
100%, 100%. Well, awesome, Sridhar. I appreciate you sharing your story and your background and your inspiration for everyone listening to this. I look forward to, a future call with you on an update. I'm sure it'll be very good. So, thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I would really appreciate thanks for your time and Ryan for all your what you have done for the community. I really like it. It's such an, I always felt that I know a lot. I've done my research and did a lot of things I could do myself. But I always, after some time, I felt that you need a mentor. So it's not
Yeah,
just newbies. Even if you're an experienced or medium trade professional, you need a mentor just to guide you when you are a little bit shaky or when you don't know what is the path, when you're stuck at something. So I'm in that position. Like I have learned and came. I know a lot of things, but I need a mentor who can guide you. Like, hey, what's happening based on this PPI data, Fed data, all these data coming up? How do you position yourself? So it's always good to have a mentor. So this is a great community. I would recommend. Or in fact, I recommended a lot of my friends. Some of them are joined. Some of them are on the way.
awesome,
Thanks a
awesome. I
lot.
appreciate that. It's my pleasure, and it's great having you in the group.